I've elected to set the Moloch coming in right here, covering these 5 guys. I hope he does not scatter away. Deep strike mishap would be terrible. Here we go. 6 inches. Let's see how far he scatters. Looks like he will be able to fit underneath there. And it looks like he will be hitting 3. So now that the Moloch has come in, this is the end of the phase for these guys. For him coming in, we will say, because we're not entirely sure how the new rules come stated. So we're going to see if these immortals can get back up and move this scat out of the way. We have a 6 in there, so one of them stands back up. Let's see if these guys can pass their instinctive behavior check. Since they're outside of synapse range, they need a 6. Here we have the Tyranid movement phase. All of the units have moved. These Termagants have moved forward to assist. The Necrons has also moved forward, hopefully to get into an assault with these guys. The Hive Guard have moved up. See if they can fire upon this squad or this squad. The Termagant has jumped forward. See if they can fire upon this squad and claim this objective. The Hive Tyrant has moved forward and looks like it's going to be either firing upon this squad or possibly this building. We are counting this as a dilapidated building, so it's armor value 12. So these strength 6 devourers of brain leech worms can possibly lance it to death, and if they are unable to do so, they can hurt it on the charge. A flying Hive Tyrant is still in the air and has flown over to hopefully attack these guys. And the Termagants over here are just moving around. They have spaced themselves out. The Zoanthropes have crept forward either to fire upon that building if they need to, or destroy this monolith, hopefully. And these Termagants all moved forward and are all within range of this Scarab squad. Psychic phase, we're going to be generating warp charges. An extra single warp charge for this turn on top of the 7 that were already on the table. The Hive Tyrant is going to be casting the Horror on these Necrons, and since I only generated 1 warp charge for my opponent, I'm going to be rolling 2 dice. I need at least 1 4, and I did not get any. Here, this Hive Tyrant is going to be casting Paroxysm on these Necrons, and I have 2 successes. Scott cannot deny the witch on that because he needs 2 6s to do so. Their ballistic skill and weapon skill are reduced by 1. And these Zoanthropes are going to be firing upon this monolith. They're going to be using the last of the warp charges. I need 2 4s for these warp lances to go off. And I did not get enough 4s. We are starting over here with the Hive Tyrant, firing 12 shots into these immortals. These are all twin linked, 3s to hit. This is strength 6. I will need 2s to wound. Excellent. That is 8 wounds on the Necron immortals. So only 2 of them were unable to make the saves. So those 2 go down. While we're over here, he's going to run 4 inches. I'll just move him a little bit right there. That looks good. These Termagants, this large squad, is going to be firing upon these Scarabs. Okay. Again, 3s to wound. So 3 AP5 wounds and 12 wounds that they can save. Saves. 9 total wounds on these Scarabs.
Okay, so there's 1 right there, and there's 3, so there's 4, there's 7, and then 2 more on that base.
Carnifex firing upon this building. And that is a lot of hits. I am hoping to get 4 glances to reduce its hull points to 0 and have the building collapse. And it looks as though I have 5 hull points taken off of this building. We have the hits to them. Looks like they're going to be suffering 8 strength 6 hits to this squad. Let's see if they can survive this building collapse. Here are the wounds. And that is 8 wounds at AP 0. Let's see if he can make enough armor saves to keep them alive. I only see 2 failures, and they will disembark. Over here, we are going to have the Hive Guard fire upon this squad. It's 4s to hit. It's only 2 hits, 2s to wounds. That is only 1 wound from a strength 8 AP 4 shot.
And they pass.
This Turvagon is going to fire its weapon at the soldiers. 4 shots, 4s to hit, only 2 hits. Strength 5, 3s to wounds, and that is 2 wounds to that squad. AP 4. And they make their saves, and now we have the Hive Tyrant, who is going to be firing upon the same squad. But it's 2 Twin Link Devourers. That is 10 hits, and he needs 2s to wound. And that is 7 wounds. Let's see if they can all make their saves again. They've been very lucky in doing so. And ouch! Looks like 4 warriors have gone down. This is the end of the shooting phase. Let's see if these guys can get back up.
5 ups.
And do they do not? Let's see if these guys get back up.
They do not.
There's a 4 and a 2. So they stay down. And then coming over here.
And 2 of them get back up.
We're going to begin the assaults by starting with easy charges. We're going to see if these guys can make it into an inch. They have moved through cover. Would you look at that? That's beautiful. 5 inches. So they will make it in. Over here, these Venom Thropes do not have moved through cover, and they will be assaulting these Scarabs. So let's see how they do. 3 dice, subtract the highest. It is 6 inches. It looks like they will be able to make it in. These Termagants need 7 inches to get into assault with these Scarabs. And that is not enough. 3 inches will not get them in. These Carnifex will assault these Immortals that jumped out of the building. So let's see if the Immortals can hit the Carnifex. Here's Overwatch. 2 6s. That generates extra hits as well. Very good. And 2 more 6s. So that's going to arc. And they are within 6 inches. That is a 1 into them. That's 2, 3. So because you had 2 6s, does that mean it arcs twice? So let's try again for these guys. That's a 5. And for him, it is a 2. And these Carnifex have taken 3 wounds. I'm going to use these dice to make their saves. And he has been hurt twice already. So 3 up save. And that is a 5, a 4, and another 4. So they are okay. And let's see if they make it into assault. That is a 1 and a 5. They will not make it into assault. So he is going to charge them. Here he is. So there's 1 6.
1 6.
See if you can get any other 6s in there. There's another 6.
Another
So 2 hits.
2 hits.
So 2 6s for wounds.
Yep. And there's a strength 4 and your toughness 6.
Yep.
So I hit on 6s. Wound on 6s.
Okay. I need to roll armor save, which I passed. The charge range is 9 inches away. Does not. Here we are for the Hive Tyrant charging in. He needs 11 inches. Not. So here we have this close combat, and he will be attacking. That is 2 hits. No wounds from this guy. The Venomthropes charge through terrain but have lash whips, so they're initiative 4. They're attacking. They need 3s to hit. All hits. They are poisoned too, so they need 2s to wound, and they can re-roll their wounds. So that is 6 wounds from the Venomthrope. And then from the Gaunts, I need 3s to hit. 9 wounds. Here we have the 5 wounds right now. So it looks like there's 1 save.
Got 4 wounds so far.
So roll it again. So another 5 wounds.
Another 4 more, so that's 8.
So 8 total.
And that's 5. So 8 and 5, 13 wounds. 13. And they may
13
begin.
wounds on them.
3, 6, 9, 12, and I'll put 1 on there.
There's 2 wounds.
Right, so I hit on 4s. And I got
I
1.
see a 5. And your strength 3?
I'm strength 3.
I'm toughness 3, so you need a 4. That's a 1. So no wounds. The Scarabs lost the assault, but they are fearless. That is the end of the Tyranid.
The Night Scythe comes in, and it does
Night
not.
Scythe does not come in. So here we are at the end of the Necron movement phase. We have these soldiers that all have nasty flamers that are going to chew these Gaunts up. We might be looking at first blood over here. And this is his warlord.
Yes.
Over here, these Scarabs just didn't seem to move at all. Over here, looks like the Immortals have turned direction, possibly to fire at the Moloch, since these soldiers have Skyfire. And it's like these guys might fire at the Moloch as well. And there's Skyfire over here, and all of their guns are pointed at this Hive Tyrant. He may not be feeling too good after the shooting phase. We're going to see how the Necrons do.
Here's
Shots
12 rapid fire.
make the saves. I see 1, and he made the save. And then move that turn. Put back.
So these guys,
So these 4,
into him.
all hits.
And I
So
got
2 wounds. And I took 2 wounds. There's 2 wounds on to the Moloch. And let's see if it arcs to these guys. It does not.
Just Tesla.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s, because they get their normal
You
ballistic
hit on
skill.
4s, because paroxysm -1.
That's the wound.
Saves. I have failed both of them. The Hive Tyrant has taken 2 wounds. And we have shooting from over here that's going to go into him, I'm sure.
Yes. The Hive Tyrant hitting on 3s.
Those 5. There we go.
And
That is
unfortunately,
2 hits.
and I got
1 wound. Let's see if the Hive Tyrant will fail this one. Which he does. Hive Tyrant has 1 wound left. So those 2 guns will fire at him.
3 shots each.
Alright.
Snapshots, which is, I need 6s anyways, right?
Yep. Are they twin linked?
They are not.
Okay. 2 6s. That's awesome. Strength 4. go ahead and roll. Need 6s. No 6s. He is barely hanging in there. Now, we're looking at this. All of these Tyranids are looking like they're going to be barbecued.
And I've got...
So that is 10. So this unit will have to towards the end of Necron shooting. These guys ran. They went that way. They're probably going to try and munch on them. So these guys need a leadership test. They need to pass it on a 6. And that's a 7. So they are running. And he needs to take a grounding test, which is really scary because he's been rolling horribly. And by that, I mean I've been rolling horribly for him. So I need a 3. 6. He's still in the air. So he's barely alive. And these guys are falling back 6 inches. And then we'll move on to a close combat round of Necrons. Scott thinks it's going to be first blood. So these Venomthropes pile in. Let's get them in there.
If it's not first blood, then you've rolled very, very badly.
That's I've been rolling pretty badly over there. So these guys need 3s to hit. It's a 2. They need 2s to wound and they can re-roll. Wow, that's 3 wounds so far from them. And then from these guys, they will need 3s to hit as well. And then they will need 4s to wound. So that's more wounds there. And then it goes down to him because he's initiative 3 and these small guys are at 2. And he will put out 2 hits. And all I need are 2s. If I get 2 2s, that's the end of these scarabs. 2 2s, come on. He's gonna roll double 1s again. Oh, there's a 6 and a 1. So 1 scarab base is gone, and he has to make 7 saves. There's 1 6, 1 5, and 4. Unfortunately, was not able to hold on to this scarab, and the Tyranids claim first blood on turn 3, which is very disgraceful. Now that these guys are all out of close combat, it looks like the rest of these Necrons may be in trouble.